The previous few days in crypto have been genuinely loopy, but we simply witnessed a totally massive replace regarding the US marketplace. And yes, I do suppose that we want to consciousness on this. I think that we need to be, you recognize, virtually sort of paying attention to what's occurring proper now. It is absolutely kind of pave a way for crypto virtual belongings and the era round the gap to be included and ultimately utilized in and even outdoor of the United States monetary machine. Welcome to the channel, all of us. My name is Nick. For those which are new to the channel, with any luck with the aid of the give up of this video, you do turn out to be a subscriber. Let's dive on in and permits speak about some things because, wow, what a difference in the future could make in this area. 24 hours ago, the sky become falling. Today, matters are looking a little bit specific. Bitcoin's returned to almost 100K. XRP is trading over 260 a few cents. Now, everybody's getting a little bit excited, but I simply want to, you realize, take a step lower back and simply will let you men recognize that do not get too a ways ahead of yourselves. Like, just make sure that you are prepared for something to manifest subsequent, because we could see a violent rejection off of the highs, one ultimate time to, in reality, shake the market. Any form of, ordinary appropriate outlook that absolutely everyone does have, and in the long run kills the sentiment absolutely. Right earlier than the most important movements, it might make a variety of sense. We have visible this often over, but matters are looking pretty exact. On the last 24-hour span, we're seeing a variety of old coins up appreciably, and we are starting to see a little bit of a nice bounce back. That's constantly extremely good to look. Now, one component that I will say is dominance is starting to trade a bit. We'll honestly have a look at the columns right here, and we upload inside the dominance percent, and I need to kind of flow this to the front just so that guys can see it. Check out the dominance right here. We have 60% for Bitcoin, which it changed into a bit over 63%. We have Ethereum over 10.3%. XRP nonetheless round almost 5%, but Ethereum's dominance has been dropping drastically. This could be very exciting to peer, and XRP nearly has 50% of Ethereum's marketplace cap. One small declaration that's very bullish for XRP could speedy trade the whole view for this marketplace. I'm now not saying anything, I'm just pronouncing that we have to. We need to be organized for anything to show up subsequent, properly or awful. The pleasant manner to do this is parking, you recognize, solid cash at the sidelines simply in case. And now, not acting swiftly here, but XRP's standard buying and selling extent did currently surge. I turned into hearing talks about how, in 1 hour, XRP recorded just like the most buying and selling volume in history, which is quite loopy to consider, but this chart is just insane. I suggest if you clearly checked out a number of the candle bodies on a few charts, it became displaying us a few quite crazy actions. Now this one, simplest, shows us down to love. Wonder 95 on some exchanges. XRP definitely dipped all the way down to like the 160, 170 degree. That is pretty wild due to the fact we're again to 265, and all I got to mention is wow. Suggest you may call it mark manipulation, but it appears as although there's a variety of internal or even external factors that we should have, sincerely kind of tied to that price move. But it become weekend rate action, weekend charge motion. I've always stated it, do not accept as true with it. Don't trust weekend rate action. But I am nonetheless watching XRP closely because there's actually an opportunity that we fill the macro hole right here. And that's round like 164 to around like 193. Now I know that we got near it. And I know on some exchanges we did move all of the mana down to like 170. However, there may be, without a doubt, an opportunity that we are able to move all the way down to just like the mid-160 variety 1 closing time. I say 1 ultimate time because I do think that the next flow goes to be the final finale for the distance wherein XRP ought to be around, or maybe in all likelihood above $10 plus. But outdoor of that, let's communicate about a few things. Let's absolutely deal with. You recognize a few massive buys. Number one, we did hear that Dave Portnoy, so if you guys don't know, Us.Thankx, sports founder Dave Portnoy, states that he simply offered another $1 million in XRP. Now, Dave did purchase back in like the middle of December, as nicely, he owned like 3 million XRP. He did come out and say that. And then on February 3rd, we did listen, okay, right, here's my statement. I just offered every other million XRP. Check it out. So there you men have it. Now, with any luck, YouTube does not mute that clip, but it truly is basically what he stated. Okay, here's my announcement. I just bought every other million of XRP. Listen, a lot of people have been shopping for XRP. There became, like I stated, in a single hour, XRP recorded the most buying and selling extent in history, which is sort of loopy. And it is because there may be a lot more eyes on XRP these days than ever earlier than in my view. But so far the marketplace has been choosing up. We can in reality see the top gainers and losers inside the top 100 and even the top 500. Big shout to Griffin. Griffin is a large winner. If you guys do realize, you recognize you're within the Discord, you know. Also Telcoin doing superb. Keep near out at the channel these days because we can be creating a video for Telcoin as it has been performing thoroughly. And it's been truly one, it's in my portfolio, and it has been in my portfolio when you consider that going all of the manner back to love 2022 for many motives. But outside of that, let's talk approximately some huge news. Number one, permits communicate about President Donald Trump launching the US Sovereign Wealth Fund. Big shout out to Bank XRP for this. This might be the game changer we've been awaiting. In my humble opinion, this is one of the most groundbreaking choices in this or in his administration. What is a sovereign wealth fund? Well, it's essentially a kingdom-owned funding fund composed of monetary belongings along with stocks, bonds, property, treasured metals, or other monetary units. These funds are normally funded by way of sales from commodity exports or from forex reserves held via the significant bank. Here are the important aspects of sovereign wealth funds. Purpose. They are in general created to obtain lengthy time period returns, diversify assets, stabilize the economic system, or store for future generations, in particular in international locations wherein revenue from non-renewable sources like oil is massive. The investment supply, they may be frequently funded by using earnings from natural assets, especially oil and gas, as seen in international locations like Norway,